centre of the Gulf of Bothnia, 300 feet beneath the icy waves of the Baltic Sea, lies a mystery that has yet to be solved. In the summer of 2011, a team of Swedish treasure hunters known as Ocean X captured sonar images of a disc-shaped structure on the Baltic seabed measuring approximately 60 metres or 200 feet in diameter. The image showed what appeared to be geometric shapes within the circular anomaly, which itself appeared to lay at the end of what looked like a landing strip, some 985 feet in length, almost as if the object had crashed from the skies and come to rest there in a time long forgotten. Or perhaps it was a remnant of a lost civilization, such as Atlantis, or even a secret Nazi base from the Second World War. These theories and many others have been floated by numerous researchers over the years, but the Baltic Sea Anomaly, as it is known, remains anomalous. Its discoverers having yet to raise the funds to conclusively study their find. The Ocean X team, led by Peter Lindberg and Dennis Asperg, are convinced that the Baltic Sea Anomaly represents a potentially historic discovery, and they're hopeful that more sophisticated equipment might shed light on the mystery in the very near future. Asperg told NDTV, "I am 100% convinced and confident that we have found something that is very, very, very unique. Whether it's a meteorite or an asteroid or a base from the Cold War, or even if it's a UFO, it has to be something." Upon first studying the sonar images, the Ocean X team noted a number of interesting characteristics that seemed to distinguish the object from a natural rock formation, including what appeared to be a staircase, a dome, and a rounded hole within a square frame, features that appeared distinctively artificial. Adding to the mystery was that the object seemed to be interfering with the electrical equipment used by the divers. Stefan Hogeborn of the Ocean X team told the press, "Anything electric out there, including our satellite phone, stopped working when we were above the object. And then, when we got away to about 200 meters, it turned on again. And when we got back over the object, it didn't work." The Ocean X team managed to get a sample from the anomaly and had it analysed at Stockholm University by geologist Volker Bruchert. After studying the sample, Bruchert was unable to draw any solid conclusions, but he hypothesized that the object may date back to the Ice Age and it could have been made of volcanic rock. However, this was merely a theory based on limited physical evidence. The sonar images of the anomaly, as well as the Ocean X's team's descriptions of it, based on their direct observations during dives, strongly suggested that the object was not of natural origin. Since its discovery in 2011, little new information has come to light regarding the Baltic Sea Anomaly, and skeptics have written it off as a natural, albeit very strange, geological formation. On June the 8th, the Ocean X team lowered a camera-equipped remotely operated vehicle, ROV, to an underwater site just a few hundred feet from their original discovery, where their sonar had detected what they described as a huge monolith and a slab on the seabed. As their ROV approached this second site, the Ocean X team were amazed to see that their compass inexplicably went haywire, a machine failure similar to that experienced when the team had investigated the first site. In an official statement, team leader Peter Lindberg said, "It was very difficult to understand where the ROV was because of the terrible visibility and because of the compass that went berserk. The compass was living its own life." When the sediment settled and the camera image cleared, the team began investigating what they assumed was the monolith or slab identified in their earlier operations. However, upon analysis of the footage, the team realized that they had not been investigating the monolith or the slab at all, and had instead discovered a collection of inexplicable stone walls buried in the ocean floor. The Ocean X team said that the walls form a clear rectangular shape and are buried beneath the seabed, with just 200 millimeters of their top being visible above the sediment. The surface between the walls appears to be hard, straight and smooth, again indicative of an artificial structure. So just what is the Baltic Sea Anomaly? After the primary anomaly was discovered in 2011, its disk shape led many people to speculate that it may be a UFO, an extraterrestrial vehicle that had crashed to Earth in our ancient past. Another theory relates to World War II and the Third Reich. The Baltic Sea was a hotly contested area during the Second World War, as it created a natural boundary between the Allied Soviet Union, neutral Scandinavia and the Axis powers of the Third Reich. Because of this, the Baltic Sea was a hotbed for naval activity, and countless mines were planted to protect key shipping routes. It's thought that the Germans constructed underwater structures during this time to scramble communication signals and to disrupt enemy mines. Could this explain why the Ocean X team's electrical equipment failed within 200 meters of the anomaly? It's also well known that the Germans ran a clandestine program during the war, which was allegedly focused on the creation of flying saucers. Some ufologists believe that the Third Reich was successful in their endeavors here, and that the Baltic Sea Anomaly could even be a crashed German saucer. Despite many commentators noting its resemblance to a classic flying saucer, and even the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, it's unlikely that the Baltic Sea Anomaly is an alien spacecraft. The fact that it appears to be made of structured stone would support the theory that it is a remnant of an ancient civilization, swallowed by the sea many thousands of years ago. There is a growing body of evidence to suggest that cataclysmic flooding on an unimaginable scale may have claimed a number of civilizations around the world that flourished long before our recorded history. In 1986, a Japanese diver named Kihachiro Aratake was exploring the seafloor off the southern shore of the Japanese Yonaguni-jima island. Aratake discovered what appeared to be the sunken ruins of an ancient, megalithic stepped pyramid, possibly up to 10,000 years old. The provenance of the Yonaguni structures has been hotly debated in the 30 years since its discovery, with researchers clashing over whether they are man-made or naturally occurring. Among those convinced of Yonaguni's man-made origin is Graham Hancock, who believes that an advanced civilization existed at least 10,000 years ago, before rising sea levels at the end of the last ice age submerged the Yonaguni site and others. Supporters of this thesis point to similarities between the Yonaguni monument and the pyramids of Egypt, and also the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Could the Baltic Sea Anomaly be further evidence that our history books need to be rewritten? Peter Lindbergh of Ocean X says of his discovery, "I have been the biggest skeptic, but for me it has been an amazing experience. I think the Baltic Anomaly is very odd in its shape. It's tough to give an explanation as to what it might be exactly, since different scientists have many different theories. Whatever it is something we do not usually find in nature, sitting in the dark, cold depths of the Baltic Sea." Lindbergh has since been reported to have been in talks with a TV production company for a documentary that would fully uncover the true nature of the Baltic Sea Anomaly. The documentary is expected to be expensive though, as its budget will need to be sufficient to fund multiple dives to the undersea site using state-of-the-art equipment. Until this happens, the secrets of the anomaly will remain dormant, hidden from view in the murky Baltic waters.